Hi, I'm Ashley Appap.
And I'm Hayley Tanto.
Welcome to Call an Adult, a Pretty Little Liars recap podcast.
Each week we'll dive headfirst into the absolutely bonkers world of PLL as we recap the iconic series.
Where everyone is hot.
And no one calls an adult.
Let's go, bitches!
A.
Hello!
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 Why beat around the bush?
Why be around the bee?
Do you guys like saying Ally? Because it's like Alison.
Yes, of course. We love
But it's
it.
also nothing like her because you're a
It is a
wonderful
little bit
person.
today.
Oh, because if you're watching on our YouTube channel, you can see that Ally is wearing the titular yellow top.
It's incredible.
My Halloween outfit reveal.
It's
Everyone-
just amazing. I love it so
The fact that you made it from scratch
Thank
also.
you. And the grey cardi as well, just in case you get cold at the Kissing Rock.
And
Which,
you
of
will.
course, you
In
will.
Rosewood? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
those
Have they ever
chilly
been warm?
nights.
No, when do you get warm in Rosewood?
And we are wearing leather jackets.
To pay homage to the Gurgles, who in this episode are wearing leather jackets the whole time.
And we will take
I
them
have
soon.
notes on.
Yes.
There's a lot of leather jackets. It's pretty warm in this studio, so I don't think we will. This is coming off.
But
pretty
they did
soon.
it for the bit.
Yeah, we did it
We
for the
did it
bee.
for the bit, and it looks cute.
It does.
We look cunt.
This is.
Compliment.
I will say, this is Ash's jacket.
Both jackets are mine. That's the one that Haley's wearing. I would say,
Spencer
Haley,
would
if you
so
could
wear
just,
that.
Haley, if you could just stay where the microphone is, otherwise the video will not catch where you are. So
Can't
'cause
you see
she got,
Spencer
she
in
got
that?
up to spin and then went out of where the
Away-
frame will
away
be
from
from
the
where when
frame.
I'm editing. Yeah, that's one of my favorite jackets. It's a
And Shell's
pleather,
yours too?
nasty gal. I mean,
I've been a nasty.
Girl,
this is mine.
nasty.
I don't like this jacket. I bought it for a prop at some point from an op shop.
Another quick little non-PLL related thing. Ash brought me back some gifts from the States.
Because she specifically asked for some kind of lip gloss from Trader Joe's. The only one they had was like a little SPF balm, and I thought, well, the doll
And
does
that's
love
fine.
SPF.
I love SPF, and everywhere you've been doing some amazing content about
Thank you.
SunSmart,
Yes.
like about SunSmart, about being SunSmart. It's important everywhere. It's especially important
Yeah.
in Australia to be SunSmart. So I've got some SPF 30 lip balm.
Do you know what that packaging is giving?
What?
It's giving beach hottie.
Oh my God.
Board shorts ale.
Yeah.
Ooh, so we've got like
It's
a kind of
lip smackers vibe.
Yeah,
Very.
it's a pale blue, aquamarine blue. And then I also, because I know my friend, I got her some everything but the bagel
Amazing.
seasoning.
We've been getting into bagels because we're growing our own chives and spring onions and parsley and stuff. So, and tomatoes, we've harvested our tomatoes as well. Basically.
Garden update. Garden update.
Farmer.
Also, the one thing that I asked Ashley to do while in America was to try Sasha PTS's, what is it?
Hippie
THC.
water.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it CBD
Did you try
water?
it?
No, because it wasn't in stores because it's
Yeah.
a THC product. You can't get it in.
It's in a lot of stores, but weirdly not in California, which you
Oh,
think
I thought that was
crazy.
like the only place
Yeah.
you could, or
Right?
one of the places.
But it looks great.
Well, maybe by the time next time
Listeners, if you've
You'll
tried
be there
it,
in like a
let
day.
them know.
I'll be there in probably like 6 months, so maybe I could order some and then have some there.
Because
by
I
the
know
time
one of our
that's-
listeners met her and sent us like such a cute pic of
Oh my God.
them meeting Ally, Sasha, which was so cool because I think they went to like the event, a hippie water event.
That's so nice.
Cool. I hope they said, hey, Sasha, you love this podcast. You should check it out. It's called Call an Adult.
Get on, go
Come on.
She's a podcast queen now. She's
Yeah.
got her own
She
that I
knows how to
need
do
to
it.
listen to because I feel like it'd help our
It's
podcast
really
if I
good.
listen to. Yeah, I need to listen to like the Aria episode especially.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen clips. It looks good.
Yeah,
It's good.
that's that corner.
And that's that corner.
I think I have to take off the jacket now.
It's Jack. You know what? It's happening.
Thank
We're
you
taking them
for
off.
committing to the bit.
Hey, for the bare minimum amount of time, that's us, baby.
That was us. Oh,
Something to know about both Hayley and I, we don't want to be uncomfortable at any point in our lives.
Oh, I wish you were up to
not.
date with White Lotus because that's one quote I have seen.
Says
Oh,
someone
I
who
have
doesn't
seen
even
that. I
watch
have
it.
seen that.
But she's like,
Parker Posey.
Yeah.
at this point in my life, I just don't
Just don't
think
be
I want to be
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable.
That's me down.
Genuinely, I feel that every time I wake up in the morning earlier than I want to. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't.
Me
I
every
can't
time.
be
7
comfortable.
today, and I did not like it.
It's a Saturday.
I know. And I was up late watching the Hunger Games. So
Oh my
like
God.
it's been a massive weekend, obviously.
Oh, huge.
Well, that's very much me in any social situation where the people I love are there, but I'm like, I want to go home.
Yes.
I'm really realizing that I'm like, I like being around my friends. I don't want to be out of the house past 11 p.m. anymore.
And you should
No, 11 is a great time to call it, especially if you're catching public transport. 11's
Yeah.
like, 11's just a good time.
Also, shout out to friends who give lifts, because recently
love a
I've
lift.
been actively trying to catch transport more so that I get more steps instead of driving and paying for parking. And friends have been giving me lifts.
And you're great at doing that
that's
as
lovely.
well.
Yeah.
Thank you. I love to give a
You got
lift
to pay
when I
it
can.
forward with karma.
Carmel. My mum,
Has
who-
she been giving you a lift?
Queen of giving lifts back in
Love.
the day. Shout out. And Ali, how are you? Those are our updates. Hayley's got a garden. I've been getting
You
lifts.
say Hayley's got a gun.
Hayley's
I've got
got
a
a gun.
That's
very
why I
PLL
came
me.
on the pod today. I was terrified
See
of
my
what might
gun.
happen
Yeah,
if
I
I
was like-
didn't. Yeah. Speaking of, not to jump forward, but have we seen a gun before in PLL before today's episode? We have. I was like shocked when
Oh
it
my
happened.
God.
Great question.
What the fuck?
We've
I was
seen
gonna
hockey
be like,
sticks,
of course
we've
we
seen
have, but-
trophies.
We've seen hockey sticks.
But I was like, holy shit, when it came out.
Oh my God.
HE double hockey sticks.
Exactly.
I don't know. Listeners, you will know.
I was about to
Weigh
say,
in.
as you can expect, we don't know.
They're probably
but
all
the
like,
people listening
yes,
will.
obviously.
Dumb.
And we are. And to be
But
self-aware.
I actually like it. I think the writers were like so creative that they were like, we can do better than a gun.
We've got a shovel. Is a shovel in play as
a blunt
well?
force object can be
Yeah.
anything in Rosewood.
the titular rock from the Kissing Rock.
Exactly.
You know? Who knows?
But a gun. That's true.
Anyway, sorry to jump forward so much.
Annie, get
Not
your
at
gun.
all.
More like Ally, get your gun.
Ally, get your gun.
Will.
And go.
Bip, bip, bop,
Me
bop.
to Ezra.
Beep, bop, bop, bop,
All right, we must get into the episode.
I'm scared, man.
Speaking of scat,
I love that
time.
it's like we have to be on time, and I'm like, I'm going to do the whole
Anyway.
intro to Scat Man.
This scat man is going to get on some shit. And I'm talking to Wikipedia. Everyone, also happy season finale. Happy season finale.
Yeah.
Here we are at the end of season 4, which I think it's felt like our longest season, at least in terms of the person who has to write in like in the app we use to put in our podcast information. You have to put in like, what season is it? What episode of the
You've
season?
been writing for a long time.
This is 440 something because all of the Traders episodes we've been doing, all of the was Original Sin also in?
I
all-
think Original Sin was. Let me check the production schedule.
everything that's been mid.
It has been pretty mid. The quality's been really
It's been-
slipping.
Look, it's been mid.
All of us have been thinking,
Hey,
mid.
we said we'd keep releasing things. We never said they'd be good. No, but it's all been while we've been watching season 4.
Wow.
And
Oh my God,
and
it has.
we've not stopped at all. We've been consistently fortnightly doing.
you said Miley
season
Cyrus, we
4.
can't stop.
We won't stop.
can't stop. Oh, she's having a new album.
Oh,
coming out
the
too. I'm so
visuals.
excited.
Also, new Ariana
I
Grande songs yesterday. Really good.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What a time.
Also,
to be alive.
thank you for letting me be on such a special episode. A finale is a big deal.
I think
You are-
you've been on nearly every finale
Yeah.
except season 1.
which of course we had Dale for whom's the bell dongs.
and he deserves it. He should get a slot too.
Well, because I kind of wish.
Hey,
Dale
wish he
should
wasn't
come on
there.
for the intros, for the premieres or something. I love having Dale on,
Me too.
but I feel like you being on for the finale is like Cunanan
Thank you.
now.
Andrew
Thank you.
Cunanan.
Thank you.
Also, you can just come on whenever you want.
I mean, I will. So
You are it's Andrew Cunanan that you are basically the third adult to be called.
third leg.
Lich.
You're our third leg. You're the dick swinging in between these
Yes.
two legs, barely holding up this body of work.
These two bow legs.
These two weak little legs going
quivering in fear.
that don't even know if there's been a gun in this show before.
Chekhov's gun.
Chekhov's gun.
dumb.
Hey, wait, is there a gun? Check that off.
Check that off.
Check that of.
Check that off.
That's a clip
Shauna,
right there.
That's some kind of title of it.
Sha-na-na. Okay, let's get into this episode. What a gift to be here with you both and to be here with you listeners. This is season 4, episode 24. A is for answers. This episode was, are you ready for this? Both written and directed by Marlene King.
Wow.
Go on and flaunt it. Ha. What your mama gave you. She's
And
our
she
mama.
is mother.
And she gave us this.
That thing that make you move, mama.
This track designed to make you cream.
This episode designed to make you fucking cream.
Oh,
So
God.
aggressive, and I'm really sorry.
I need.
Not sorry.
Maybe I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
I was
If this
about to be like, oh my God, isn't she in the
episode
show?
made you
I was
cream.
thinking of Glee. When Demi Lovato was in Glee.
I think you meant I'm Marlene King, and I'm like, I'm Marlene King was in Glee.
Wait, she should have done a self-insert. I'm Marlene King.
I think she
Her
has.
sons are in it.
I think there is.
The
She
boys
is in
are
it.
They
in
run
it.
away from Tony.
and they act their ass
When
off.
has Marlene? Sorry, when has I Marlene been in it?
Ash, speak on you.
Give me the
brought it up.
proof. I think I'm picturing Stephanie Meyer in Twilight.
Yes, and Sarah Shepherd has been in PLL.
Yeah.
Do you know when Ezra Fitz will be back? I don't. She acted that
Okay,
down.
she
That
is
was
in.
Emmy
She is in.
worthy.
Okay, spoiler alert, everyone. Skip 30 seconds if you don't want to know this spoiler because we have to say it. Okay, are you skipping?
on,
Have you skipped?
skip it.
Go on, we'll skip it. Arlene made her first cameo appearance in Till Death Do Us Part, where she played a photographer at Ari and Ezra's wedding.
Okay, you could have just said a photographer at a wedding.
Go on and flown it.
That's
Imagine-
tea, though.
Imagine you created one of the best shows of all time and that's the bit you decide to put yourself in.
Hey,
I would make myself like a hot PTA mum in Rosewood.
All the men are like, oh my God, did you see this hot
yeah,
new woman
like,
that
oh
came
my
to
gosh,
town?
you're so sexy.
you know what I would do? I would have made myself in the background of every important episode, and then at the end, I would be like, I was A all along.
She should have been, and she is
should
A in a
have been.
way.
She's I, but she's also.
I
A.
wish when we do get the final A reveal, after that, A goes back and is alone and then goes, and then it's I'm Arlene
I'm Arlene
King.
King.
More like I'm Ellen Queen. All right, this episode came out on March 18th, 2014. So if that is your birthday, happy birthday to ya. Including these birthday superstars. Happy birthday, Adam Levine. Wow. What
I feel
was
like it was his birthday last time I was on.
Really?
Yeah,
It's always
which
his
makes sense.
birthday.
It's a finale.
Oh, true.
Adam Levine, you know, sir, Sunday morning, rain is falling. And we say happy birthday
Sunday
to you.
morning,
Rain is
rain is
falling.
falling.
Happy birthday, Mia Maples, one of my favorite YouTubers.
Oh my God, I love her too.
She's one of the most
Wholesome
wholesome
queen.
human beings in the
Yeah.
world. I
I mean,
her.
at least on YouTube, she might not be in real life.
I feel like she must be. She
Yeah,
seems
you're
very
right.
authentic.
You're right.
Lily Collins,
Slay.
Emily and Perry.
And I have Cadbury, which I guess only in Australia this would, or like, because in
Someone do
Cadbury
the eyebrows quick.
where was the Cadbury ad right with like
Yes.
The gorilla.
the gorilla?
There's an
Sorry.
ad. There's an ad basically where you see a person in a gorilla suit at a drum
No,
kit.
it's a real gorilla.
It's a wrong name.
gorilla.
Gorilla.
and it's like just sitting waiting, and it's that song playing, and until the
beat
drum,
kicks.
because the beat happens way later than you think
Yeah.
it does, then this fucking bitch goes off, and it's real.
And
you
us at
haven't
like
seen
10
it,
years
look on
old, we're
YouTube.
like,
Yeah.
wow, this monkey is playing.
Yes.
And you know what? I don't know
And
how.
I was like, that's Lily Collins' dad.
Anyway, if anyone's wondering, it's Dairy Milk Marvelous Creations jelly popping candy beanies.
ew, Dougie loves
gotta
that
be
shit.
I
ASMR.
weirdly, it's like
Ew.
Dale
You
made
put
this
some
too,
in
and
your
I just
mouth
kind of love
and
it.
put it near the mic and see if it pops.
It is. I had one before thinking it would just be normal, and then you guys were chatting, and I had
like,
just like fucking
know what?
beanies popping in my mouth. And
Gonna
I was like,
insert it.
help.
Do it for the mic.
Going to insert a cliffhanger.
No.
End of ep. Haley's going to pop.
Stick around
I
to
am
hear
going to
it.
have a bite while you do 12-year-olds.
She's going to pop off. Okay. Happy birthday to Queen Latifah. Miss Motorbell.
Mama Morton.
Maymouth from...
And star of Joyful Noise with Dolly Parton, if you haven't seen it. And Jeremy Jordan and Kiki Palmer.
and of course that
my
episode of
God.
30 Rock.
I know.
Where she's playing the Congresswoman. It's great. Happy birthday to ya. I don't recognize any other faces here. Or actually, what am I saying? Happy birthday, Vanessa Williams, Sutton Foster. I think you're right, Ally, in that we have had this birthday
Yeah.
before. Whoa.
I like the consistency. Bring me back for next Sutton's
Wow.
birthday.
Yeah.
Next Sutton, who is in a relationship with Hugh
Jackman.
Grant. Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant.
Wrong Hugh.
And it's a little
This
bit
episode's
scandalous,
fucked.
but I love it.
This episode's immediately fucked
As
in
it
the
should
best
be.
way.
Sorry.
Maybe I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. So happy birthday to the March 18th babies out there. And now it is time to guess what was the number one song on March 18th, 2014.
Okay.
Okay.
So I re-listened to our episode with Scout because we haven't recorded in a while, and I said that in that episode. So I listened to that on the way here, and so it was Happy last time. That's some context.
I swear it's been that for a long time.
Yeah, well, it was for a long time, and it was actually Dark Horse for a long time.
Oh, that's a bit of a dark horse answer in there.
It literally is a dark.
Yeah.
I was quite shocked that Dark Horse was number one, which is no shade to the song.
No. So, what are our choices for this week?
Your choices are you ready? Was
Yes.
it Bottoms Up by Brantley Gilbert?
Oh, I thought it was Trey Songz.
Was it?
I love like Nikki going like Trey. I was like, yo, Trey, do you think you could buy me a bottle of rose? Okay, let's get it now. I'm with the bad bitches with the friends. I don't know. I'd say keys to the bins. Keys to the bins. Keys to the bins. And then 3 to the 10. I don't know.
Is Andrew Cunanan that I only know Nicki Minaj songs through Hayley singing.
I love it.
I didn't know the other
So it's not Trey
either.
songs.
Me neither.
Bottoms up.
Was it Bottoms Up? I think it's a country song.
Can you sing it for me so I know it?
Absolutely not. Was it Blow by Beyonce?
Oh.
Oh, wait, what is that?
Blow is like, I do not think it was Blow. Like, that's from her visual album at the time, which is such a good song.
From Lemonade?
It's like Beyonce. It's the one that had Drunk in Love. It's just called Beyonce. And it was
yes,
like
yes,
the
yes.
one that had, like it was a whole music video, which was also Lemonade.
You could say, loving the new Beyonce song. Maybe a little too much.
Shut the fuck up,
Or was
that
it
Ally.
Have-
Not this
was-
Ally.
Shut up, Ally.
Maybe a little too much,
Sit here for the rest of the episode, but
I
shut
love
up.
that we get that in this episode as well.
Right?
Yes. And
Gag.
so seamless. Loved it.
So good.
Or was it Happy by Pharrell Williams?
Happy by Pharrell Williams.
Correct. Okay, moving on. There was no point
was a
in
hat
it,
man.
but we had to.
Hat watch.
Okay. Hayley, can you please tell us what Australian streaming service Australian streaming service Stan has to say about this episode?
Australian streaming service Stan says, in the season finale, Alison reveals all.
Not true. She doesn't reveal all.
She does not reveal
She
all.
gets naked on camera.
She shows
Finally,
whole.
she shows whole.
We've been waiting for 4 seasons.
She's 16. How dare you?
Hey, how dare all those pedophiles?
Man, you're right, you're
Not
right.
us. Okay, now it's time to hear from the 12-year-olds.
Now I can have a jelly popping bean in chocolate.
If you hear a background sound of pops, you better know that that's Hayley's.
It's either the
mouth.
gun or the chocolate.
The Chekhov's gun. Check off Hayley's pops. Okay.
Jelly pop. candy.
Noel Khan brings Aria, Emily, Hannah, and Spencer to Ally's loft apartment above a coffee shop / bar. Okay.
A coffee shop.
A coffee
They're
shop.
Office works.
A proper
They're
cup,
at Kinko's.
a proper cup of coffee in a proper coffee shop. Ally appears and recounts the night of her disappearance from her perspective. Finally, she reveals that she copied Ian's videos in her coffee shop from his laptop onto a USB stick during their weekend away in Hilton Head. USB stick. Ally met Ezra in a bar near UPenn and convinced him that she and Cece were college roommates. Ally used the NAT videos as a bargaining chip to blackmail Ian, and that one by one, Ally confronted all of her suspects throughout the night. So just quick background. All of that, from when I said she reveals that she copied Ian's videos until throughout the night, is one sentence.
That's
One
long
run-on
time.
With commas. So we're starting off on a bad foot, 12-year-olds. Ally. Ally confessed that she drugged the girls by dropping sleeping pills into the communal drinking cup in the barn. Spencer didn't fall asleep with the others because she was on amphetamines. Ally also explained that she went home thinking she had silenced A and saw her mother gasp from inside the house before she was hit with the rock on the head.
Bonk.
Yeah. Bonk. Ally awoke to find her mother burying her. Melissa returns from London to find her home being searched by police. Rosewood PD interrogates the Hastings family while searching for the whereabouts of the girls still missing since the fundraiser. Shout out to the fundraiser. Excuse me.
Oh my God.
That wasn't the popping of the candy. That was
Or the gun.
My gas. Melissa confesses to Peter that Spencer did not kill the girl buried in lieu of Ally and whispers something mysterious to him. What? In lieu? Good job, 12-year-olds. The police track the GPS of Spencer's car but do not find them in the dusty space in Philadelphia. What?
The dusty
The
space.
dusty space.
I'm picturing like Nebraska, like just open dusty space.
They're in like,
Sorry, Nebraska listeners.
it's an open field in Arizona with a
An open
tumbleweed.
field that's filled with dreams. Is that what the lyric is?
Find the winding
An
country
open
road.
field that's. Anyway, some listeners will
We'll figure it
what I
out.
meant there.
We'll figure out the Dear Evan Hansen link there.
Filled with trees, not dreams.
We're trying our best. Someone in a black hoodie like A attacks the liars in the coffee shop. They run to the rooftop to escape. To their surprise, Ezra joins them. Ezra fights the hooded figure and gets shot in the stomach.
Good.
And we all cheered.
We all
Yeah.
cheered. Hannah is able to gain control of the black hoodie's gun, but they escape by jumping to the next building and does not take off the mask. What? Come on, sentences. The liars are frantic when they discover Ezra's bullet wound, and it is revealed that the liars are in Manhattan, not Philadelphia. So that's when we find out that they've been in Manhattan the whole
really?
time. Only then?
To be fair, remember we thought they were in Philly and then we saw the Chrysler building out the window and we were like,
Yeah, only in that moment.
It is not clear. It's not clear.
I think it's intentionally you're meant to think they're in Philly.
Because then in the next episode,
Because the police are in Philly looking for them.
Oh.
And then they're like, wait, they're not here. And it's like, oh my God.
So smart.
No, I was with her. I was
We
lost.
watched
I
it
thought they were
together.
in New York. Only on my second watch today
Yes.
did I
I
pick
think
up on
that's
it.
smart.
Also, there's an A ending. Jessica's dead body is dragged across the grass as A buries her, which is the
That is
gaggiest gagoo.
Gagarama.
Actual
Gagarini.
death.
It's Gagarama Gagarini.
Is that all the segments done?
Let's go.
We did it. Okay, so we open on a Newton's cradle bing bonging. And yes, I did make Dale Google what is that called again.
I wrote abacus. It's not an abacus.
It's those like silver balls of banging, of bing bonging.
It's the balls that like to go bonk.
Because for context,
in the
like the
night.
last episode ended on them getting to this apartment,
Yes.
this place, and them going, they're like, what are you doing here? We find out you is Null.
It's Noel Khan, and he made them wait for their crazy bread.
He has corralled them.
He made the fans wait for our crazy bread at the
Yeah.
end of the last episode to find out that it's him in this
Is
one.
it his apartment?
Well, according to the Wikipedia, it's Ally's hiding spot,
Sure.
shop, cafe, something.
Sure.
I'm so
Is she
glad
working?
because I also had these questions when I was watching it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't. But I'm glad that
It didn't make sense.
We
to
just
even
don't
me, the
know.
smartest person here.
truly the brainiac in the room, us two dumb,
Dumb.
as is Andrew Cunanan.
Absolutely.
Dumb.
Then Hannah says, when she sees, and then Alison comes in, and then Hannah says, I want to hug you and slap you at the same time. And I
It
wrote,
says, I could use a hug.
"Just slap her."
Yeah, she said. Ally goes, I could use a hug, and I did say, well, you get a slap,
Well,
a slap from
some
me,
of them
doll.
gave her a hug, so that's me getting a hug.
Oh,
and you
Alison,
get a hug.
apologist here.
You get a hug. Ally De Laurentiis gets a slap.
Gets a slap.
But so she hugs everyone. Spencer doesn't get a hug, and Ally gets a hug and a handhold. They
From
hold
Emily?
Emerson
Cute.
Yeah.
hold hands.
Emerson Crumbs.
Emerson Crumbs.
An 8.
And we're like, well, not really.
Not really.
I don't ship.
No.
I fucking hate Emerson.
Emily deserves better.
Yeah. So and then
does.
Alison is about to spill the tea, Sistine Chappelle Corbin Blue. She's like, I've got to tell you everything. Then we cut to Cece in a police, I've written police confessional booth, which is not what it's called.
Question mark.
And we find out she's on the hook for Wilden's murder, as we already know. Then she tells Mulbrook that Alison is alive.
And she's like, I know who killed the girl who is not Ally. Can we like make
It's
a
the
trade?
same person that is terrorizing my friend.
Whoa. Then we find out that A had been following Ally since, quote, that Halloween. And
Which we were like,
when we were watching,
Maths floating in the air.
Ally said to me, Ally was like, wait, isn't this didn't the longest
The titular
night, the titular night happen on Labor Day? So
which is September.
which is September. So we were like, okay, so A started harassing Alison a whole almost
The October
year before.
That was Lady G.
Lady G.
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, I knew that. What do you mean?
Do you want to know my biggest criticism of this episode?
Everything?
Maybe my only criticism for a flawless episode of television is I need fucking timestamps.
Yeah.
Bitch.
What time is it at any point during? Because the whole episode is Ally, like it cuts in and out of two devices, but one of the devices is Ally talking about that night, and it is just like she sees 1,000 people, and then at one point she's like, "Then I was done for the night." I'm like, "Is it? But what time?
When
is
are we
it?
wrapping up?
Is it 11 p.m.? Is it 3 a.m.? Is it 6? The sky
Because we
is
support
dark.
it, we believe it, but we want to see the layout.
Like a TikTok, like of someone's day. I need minute.
Spend
by
a night
minute.
with me as I see all the people that I
Oh my god,
terrorized.
that's actually such a funny.
Wait, I
story.
should make that in this time.
Yes. Spend the night with me as I fake my own
visit-
death.
We will help you produce that.
Let's do it.
Spend the night with me as my mother buries me alive and a woman named Mrs. Grumwald comes and gets me out of the floor and then I run away from the hospital and Mona picks
And
me
if
up.
you don't do that, Megan Albert, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but the Megan Alberderis, she is the one that makes all those
She's the one
incredible.
that's like, hi, gays.
that's Meg Stalter.
Sorry, it's the only Meg I know.
But this is the chick that makes the amazing videos. We share them all the time of like her as Emily, especially. that she can do.
Oh, yes.
And she follows us back now, which is amazing. And I'm like, we have to get her on the pod.
Oh my gosh.
Because we're like her biggest
Yes.
fans.
She's
Anyway,
the best TikToker on the app.
She is so good. So I feel like we're gonna do it, but if we
I
don't
want to
get there,
collab with
she will
her
do it.
because she can be all of the other characters and I can be Alison.
Yeah, 'cause you've got the top.
I love her Emily eyes. Like,
Yes.
this is so good.
And her like Emily fidget. Like,
Yeah.
So funny.
Oh my God.
Okay, then we have a flashback of Melissa arriving at Hilton. So this is all like in the thread of what
Yes.
Alison's recounting
So Ally's
to the
like,
girls.
let me tell you all about it. She says, it was a crazy night. And we're like,
No shit.
She's like, last night was a movie.
yes. Last night was a movie.
Last night was a 7-season TV show. Then we see a flashback to like her at Hilton Head with Ian. We see that they were just on the bed together and he gets up to answer the door. There's a camcorder.
On a tripod.
We can only assume they were filming a sex tape,
Yep.
which is crazy. She's 14!
And there is also so much retcon in this episode. There's just so much
it's
retcon.
so clear and deliberate.
Yeah.
It's so much retcon. And two, there are 2 instances of adult men being like, and we didn't have sex.
And it's like this scene and then the scene happens right after it.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, the writers were really trying to redeem these men big time.
And I
You
was like,
can't
this-
redeem them.
commit to them being awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We support that.
Ian's
support
shit.
that.
Why?
Yeah.
Just make Ian shit.
Making shit. Then
Honestly, make Ezra shit too.
Yes.
Make him do a poo.
Make them shit
'em
themselves. That's the only thing
At
that you could
Hilton
do
Head.
that would make us like them and feel bad for
Yeah.
them. At this point, if we see them fully void their bowels and
Maybe
shit
if
themselves.
when he fell off the bell tower or was pushed, if he shot himself then.
Oh my God, that'd
yeah.
be so funny if it's like,
Out of fear.
Also, when Ezra got shot,
oh, he
he
shot.
peed his pants.
you get shot.
He shot.
You
That was the debris. The debris. That's in the next ep. Sorry, that's in the next ep.
the pipeline is get shot, do shit. Obviously,
Look out for some debris in the next.
It's not talk shit, get hit. It's get shot, do shit.
Someone.
I mean,
please make
title of it,
that better.
perhaps.
That is title of ep, I think.
I need a T-shirt that says that immediately.
Get shot. What was it? Get shot.
Get shot, do
shit.
Talk
Okay.
shit, get hit. Get shot,
shot, do
do shit.
Okay, yeah. So Ian is talking to Melissa now.
Yes.
I think they kind of reconnect and kiss.
He's like,
so
I don't give a
weird.
fuck about Alison. She's nothing
She's
to me.
literally in that room.
I've never had sex with her. I think that's when he says
no, that's
that.
later.
Oh, okay.
He says that
This
to
is-
Alison.
That's at the kissing rock.
yeah.
And so at this point, Ally's like, cool. And she
goes and
deletes
like,
all
all
the
right then.
videos. She goes and deletes the videos she's in.
that they just filmed on the camera.
Yes.
And then she downloads all the other ones.
She
or
sees his
like,
files
takes
like
them.
videos. She's like, what are these?
I also have noted down some of the file names.
yes.
Oh my God, please.
Okay, so first we have some regular ones. Jenna and Toby, all caps.
Great.
Melissa, Alison, Garrett. What the fuck does he have on Garrett, first of all? I want to know what he filmed with that.
That he went to Rome and pretended to be an international pop star.
He's like, I figured out that this woman, Lizzie, is not a real pop star. Okay, then we have Mashup 5. So he's a SoundCloud DJ confirmed.
He's like, he was a Glee head. He was like, oh, I love the way they did Rolling in the Deep.
Yeah,
and,
I'm going to do this for the
Rumor Has It.
Beyonce
it's a
Beyonce week.
video of him standing in front of his tripod going, "Ma-boo, ma-boo, 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 ma-boo,
That
ma-boo,
YouTuber that used to do like Disney songs, all of him going like different parts.
Yes,
That's what
he
he was
slayed.
making.
Your
Then we
software
have
slays, by the way.
NAT Final 65. And I'm like, that's
Final?
just so real.
Wait, final and
Final?
65.
Come
is the
on.
number?
You're-
That's so
Hey,
easy
one,
downloading
this
a
project
file.
for real. Okay, this is the real
For
one.
real. And then you just add letters as well. It's like final.
Let's just talk to Marlon King directly for a second. Be brave. Just make it 69.
Make it 69.
Come
Go
on.
on.
We
and
also
make
then
it
have
69.
NAT Comp Final. So I'm like, interesting. What
Composition.
No, what competition are we
Oh, I
entering?
got compilation. Oh,
We like
complete.
different-
Compilation, competition.
Comp. It's a free version.
Composition.
This track's too
And finally, blow up MV. And I'm like, I thought
Blow up.
blow up, one word. And
Mona Vanderwall.
First I thought MV was music video. So I was like, what?
Oh, wait, is it
music video?
MV or MP?
MV. So,
MV.
so he's mean movie, but I was like music video.
So he's got a composition. He's created some kind of soundtrack, and then this is the visuals that go
Well,
with
I
it.
thought maybe he has footage of the Jenna thing.
No,
when
Mona
it blew up.
MV would be Mona.
I think
But it was
true.
lowercase though. No, MV was on a lot of the files. MV means movie.
Oh, good
I think he's
time.
making movies.
Yeah. He's making your own
think?
movies.
I think he's making little short films to submit to
Claymation.
Film festivals.
He's in his Ben
claymation.
Wyatt depressive
exactly.
era.
Could a depressed person make this?
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
And finally, I wrote,
Oh my
this is
God.
when Alison really needs Apple devices because how much quicker would an airdrop
An
be?
airdrop, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine?
And she could have airdropped to
Imagine.
everyone. Like, just spread that shit.
Oh my God.
Spread that shit.
Also,
like your Ezra's ass.
A with Ezra.
Did I miss an episode where Ezra showed hole?
He didn't show it, but we know that it's there and it's covered in shit.
And we know he's always trying to show Arya a hole.
And he's always disguising it as, I think I've got a hemorrhoid.
Can you check?
He's fat up and he's so flexible. He's doing like downward dog, hole up, his head poking back going, what do you think?
She's like, I need to study.
She's like, I'm 16.
And he goes, yeah, study my hole.
If airdrop, they should have used airdrop more in PLL Original Sin.
Yeah.
Or maybe they did. I feel like airdrop is so powerful to get like a
Maybe
spooky,
because
like,
it's so Apple coded.
You can't, and also
like it's sponsored.
Apple
Villains.
Yeah, Apple villains. Villains can't use Apple.
Can't have an
products.
iPhone, I think. Oh,
Yes.
yeah, maybe all
Which is
Apple
why when
products.
people watching Severance, anytime like someone didn't have an Apple device, we're like, oh my god, are
It's
they a
them.
villain?
Yes.
PLL would be over in one episode.
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
they didn't all have like random phones.
Okay, so Alison's taking things onto the USB. She watches the Jenna Toberky file and it's Jenna being like,
I know you want to kiss me. Oh, that's Alison.
She says
She's
something
like,
else.
Your mommy and daddy.
So I know you want to fuck your sister, basically.
yeah, it's basically, I know when if you want to fuck your sister.
She's like, no one will believe you, essentially.
Yes, and she's like
Awful.
caressing him.
The
and he's
Jenna
like,
Toberky stuff is so.
And I think
yucky.
they like realized that and then swept it under the rug. They're
Yeah.
like, just kidding, we didn't do that.
There's so many things under a rug somewhere in
That rug
Arlene
is
King's
lumpy.
office.
Yeah.
You walk into her office and you're
You
like,
trip over.
whoa, yeah.
And then she goes, we see in the flashback, she goes to the scene we've already seen before where she threatens Jenna. She's like, I'm going to bury you. And then as she's leaving Jenna is that after she's in the hospital?
She's literally, she's just walking out and then the text says, bitch can't see you, but I do. Tonight's the night I kill you. And so Dale, who is was sitting next to me.
He sat there and
watching
went, what am I good? What am I best?
Yeah.
He was like, I was good there. Well, basically he was like, A doesn't really just say I'm going to kill you a lot.
Yeah, true.
Right.
Came out and
also,
said it.
because like A really doesn't, they could kill the girls if they wanted to.
And we know that A has more fun with the game of it, the aim of it.
The game.
I also kind of felt like when A rhymes, I get a little bit less scared.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, like I lost a bit of respect.
And also, it's not that good a rhyme. Like, think about it. Like, bitch can't see you,
But I do.
do.
Tonight's the night.
Tonight's the night. It should
It's
be
not
another.
haiku.
There should be 4 rhymes.
The
Yeah,
there's
iambic
3.
pentameter is not there.
It's off. Yeah. Which I'm trying to remember who A was at this point sending that text. So I'm like, kind of checks out.
I don't remember.
You don't remember who A was?
At this point?
Yeah.
In this
Go on,
part of the
flow
canon?
It is someone who I guess, no spoilers.
Well, what if we assume the person that is revealed later in this episode sent this text, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I was
yeah,
thinking.
yeah.
And I'm like, they don't have the experience that it takes to craft a good text.
Not
Yeah.
They were trying too hard.
They're learning.
No one can do it like Mona did.
No.
Our girl.
At Diet House Muffin, it is established that the girls have not been seen since the bridal fashion show.
Yes. I will say before this, Mulbrook, we're back in the present. Mulbrook has a photo that someone took of the girls from the night
Yeah.
where when
It looks like it's taken where Ezra was standing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I've written here because it was that night where like they see Ally for the first time
And
in the
they're all
red
in the
coat,
hats.
but in the barn, which I of course recreated as we all must remember on
Love.
Instagram really stupidly. And then it is where exactly Ezra would have been. So I've written, did Ezra take this photo
And submit it?
like submit it to the festivals, the festival circuit?
And this was the moment where Ally turns around. She's like, "Did you miss me?"
Yeah.
Which I love.
And the mums were
The
like,
answer's no,
what
I
the fuck,
didn't.
Alison's alive?
Yes. And then we cut back to, I think, the past, and Alison is, I don't know where
Ally-
she is.
I can tell you.
In her
well,
room?
actually, I can't tell you where she is. I think she's in her room.
Yes.
Ally puts on
the yellow top.
top.
Megan, the yellow top.
the yellow top.
Look at it. If you're watching on the YouTube, look at this craftsmanship.
because I think
This is a quick reveal for your podcast only because no one's seen the back of this top. So I ran out of material and I had to cut strips from the back.
Go on and flowing it.
wow.
It actually looks so intentional and good.
yeah.
It's a nice little like breeze hole as I'm walking.
Hey,
through Rosewood.
show us your breeze
Show
hole.
breeze hole.
I've actually got 2 holes back.
Show breeze
Ezra
hole.
bending down going, look at my, I want to show you my breeze hole.
Also, by the end of this night,
I think I'm going to leave actually.
that's really fair.
I want to be buried alive.
I also like that because obviously, like, if your listeners come across to listen to
Yeah.
you on the pod, we've never said hole this much. We
Don't
truly-
believe them, guys. They always say hole.
It's not a recurring bit that we talk about Ezra showing hole.
I would never talk about
It's now a recurring bit, but
And you're welcome.
It's
we've
now
really dialed
canon
it up.
/ Andrew Cunanan Ezra show.
Ezra show hole. Toberky want more. Ezra show hole. I just
we have
wanted
to have
say,
a new tier on the Patreon.
Ezra show hole. That's our
Paying to
OnlyFans.
see Ezra hole.
If we ever decide to do an OnlyFans, it'll be called Ezra Show.
I'll
Hall.
get Dale to do. We can do like X-rated drawings of PLL. That would make bank.
I'm sure they
make
already
wank
exist.
bank.
They're on Tumblr.
Well, we'll sell them. Wait, I just want to say the back
Yes.
of your top
It's ridiculous.
is ridiculous. The back of your top is how Ally's top should look by the end of the
You're
night.
so right.
Absolutely.
It took me
Spencer
10
got me
minutes
with
to
the
get that out.
shovel.
Yeah, the way she's been clawed at
Yeah,
and
true.
whacked.
I considered
Ally-
putting dirt on it. Sorry.
In this scene where Alison's in her room, she's putting on Megan the yellow top, there is, in jungle red, Ally's colour, on the mirror is written, "I'm everywhere and soon you'll be nowhere."
And she does a real, sorry to our audio, like to the listeners, but and you won't be able to see it anyway, but she does a real eye flutter every time she sees, she's like, I can't, you'll know, listeners, she like moves her eyes in a way that
The
she,
audio equivalent is eyes going like,
That was the eyelashes.
yeah, you know.
and her mum is like, you cannot go out tonight and you can't trust the Hastings,
She says,
basically.
you can never turn your back on a Hastings.
Did we also have the part where she gets the titular top, Megan the top?
Yeah, because there's something
And it's like,
that's-
this colour will look good on you.
Yes.
When I saw that, I was like, it's coming. It's happening. It's
Yes,
time.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Is
And-
that from
It's from
Yeah.
Have we had that part of the show yet?
I don't know. I don't know if we have.
You'll have to look it up and see if you have to cut it out.
And then this is also the scene where we see that Jessica has gotten home from somewhere, puts her bag down. Alison goes into her bag and sees there's like sedative pills. She just takes them. And then she goes to the sleepover, puts those sedatives in, as it said in the Wikipedia description, the communal drink.
Can I say that this retcon is fabuloso?
So well done.
So basically, it's great because we get just fully the barn scene. Like
Yeah.
it's just,
Yes.
and
it
it's
is
in
nuts.
high def. Like
It's high
I
def.
thought maybe from the pilot the quality wouldn't be great, but it's perfect.
It's high def.
beautiful.
Everyone does look a lot younger.
yeah.
Yes, they do.
Shay Mitchell is little baby.
Yeah.
She's little baby.
Little Bambi.
Sasha too.
Yeah. And
But they
then
did a great job with her.
They did such a great job. But yeah, it is cool because they just play that whole scene again. And it's great because we all know it. It is that
Yeah,
like,
we know
that
we love
Beyonce,
it.
like, maybe a little too much,
And the purpose of this is she's drugging them so she can cross
Yeah.
them off her suspect list.
Yeah, because every now and then they just cut to like sedatives go. We don't even see, like, we just see sedatives going in the drinks.
Yeah.
It's great.
And
great.
it fits in so perfectly with her already having said, drink up. It's like she's forcing them to drink
Yes.
this down.
It is good. It's great retcon.
Yeah, it's really well done. Also,
Go girl.
Veronica earlier had been like, you know
Victoria.
you can't trust... What?
Victoria. Her formal name.
We call
is
her Victoria.
You're right. I
Hastings
was like, what did I
sometimes.
say? Yes, she said you can't trust a Hastings. Never turn your back on a Hastings.
Oh, you mean Jessica?
Oh, Ms. D said that.
You're right. Why would she say it about herself? Yes. Jessica.
Because she married into the family and she's like, what have I
was like,
done?
don't fucking trust Spencer because
Yeah.
I know things you don't know.
Yes.
Woo!
Before the sleepover.
And then it's like, it cuts to like they're all asleep, she thinks, and then she opens the barn door and she's talking to someone. We don't see the scene, but it's apparently Toberky. In the present day, she tells us that
And
it was
why
Toberky.
do we think he
we
wasn't
talked about
there?
this. I think it was because the wig.
They couldn't get him to
the
match
wig
his
again.
pilot-looking self because he grew
No.
so much.
he did.
That is a good point.
and it would look silly if they tried to put him in the wig.
And also just Keegan Allen we haven't seen, we saw
Maybe
him
they didn't
during
wanna
the
pay for
addiction
him.
episodes.
Maybe they didn't want to pay for him.
No, because they paid for like Byron for like a second. They paid for everyone else.
And they should pay
Byron's
fucking
worth-
top.
Yeah, they
Where is
should.
he?
Every
Bring him
cent.
out.
Yeah.
With
Bring our boy home.
Bring our boy. I miss
Come
him,
on.
even though we see him in this episode.
Thank God we do.
Under problematic circumstances.
And in this scene, we find out that apparently Toberky was grateful that Alison got him away from Jenna by going to juvie for the Jenna thing, which I'm like, okay. Then
So she's like, okay, mental note, not Toby.
no, not Toberk. Then we got back to the present, and Victoria is at the station, and I wrote, I want a Mulbrook Victoria Slastings sex scene.
Oh my God, I want that so bad.
Like on an investigation table.
Oh, yeah.
my God.
I want her to be like, investigate this,
Yeah.
spread, and she
This
goes
hole.
whole.
It's just two queens going at it.
Two queens, one hole.
Everyone shows whole in this episode.
The thing that no one tells you about PLL that we're going to uncover for you, exclusive, a Calling Adult exclusive, everyone shows
We're
off.
going to retcon the show so that everyone.
Marlene King's going to sue you for defamation.
Or she'll be like, love that.
Yeah. I wish I'd thought of that.
She was like, she's like, oh, girls, you can't understand. I fought to
Yeah, I
show
wanted
hole
so bad.
with WB for so long.
If she
and I just
tries to
would-
come for us for
Freeform kept coming
defamation-
for me.
If she tries to come for us for defamation, I'm going to come for her for defecation because Ezra
famously.
does shit. Okay?
Get shot, do
Do
shit.
shit. Fucking hell.
Okay, and then
Then Alison,
Meets her men.
no. Sorry. Yes.
my next note is just about like Ally admits, I think in present, Ally admits she wasn't a best friend to the Gurgles. Like she's like, I know I wasn't a good friend. So like that's why you were my suspect.
Yes.
Like, and this is like, she was just trying to.
Which is great to acknowledge, like, you guys actually would have had motive because I was
Yes.
really evil to you.
Yes, this
Absolutely.
is the start of her redemption tour.
Which, boo, I don't want a redemption.
I don't want
and
to
then
redemption.
she shows them around this speakeasy / bar she works
Yes.
at. Is this sort of what's referenced in Shadow Play, that she like works at this like
Maybe.
anyway?
But
I don't
surely
know.
she doesn't actually work there in IRL.
And we know for
No,
a fact
she
she doesn't have a
looks
job
after
because of
it.
the episode where she's only got $7 because she
True.
has a perfect blowout.
Yeah,
nails.
she like looks after it, I think, so she can stay above.
looks
This is
after
where
herself.
I say I need timestamps.
Also, we just need to say, just earlier when Victoria's at the station, I want to see her and Mulbrook fuck. At the same, she's in one interrogation room. Melissa's in another interrogation room.
And
then
Peter.
Peter's in another interrogation room. And we noted that like Mulbrook says to Peter, like,
Yes.
you should call your wife. And
She's
just let
on her
know.
way.
She's on her way. Little does he know she's in the next room.
Genius.
Yes.
No reception.
And him saying, yeah, go ahead, call your husband. He knows there's no service there. Like, I didn't even pick up on this watching as a kid. I was like, that's so smart.
And this
I didn't
is
know
like-
cops could do that.
Yes, and this is the
Lie.
second device
Yeah,
of the episode.
literally, I was like, can they just lie like that?
Wait, Mulbrook's the prettiest, littlest liar.
And he is the prettiest and littlest.
Yeah.
liar.
Beautiful
But yeah,
boy.
this is the second device of the episode, is like this interrogation stuff,
Yes.
which I
Yes.
kind of didn't pick up on the first time I watched this.
Yes.
It's really good.
And then we have a flashback to Ally and Ezra meeting for the first time at
Yes.
the Heart and the Huntsman.
and we have another Lady G song playing.
Oh, paparazzi, right?
Yep.
No, so this is actually,
Am I correct?
we
Am I
out of
wrong?
well, no. So just quickly, like this is, it kind of is hard though, because it's like Ally gets in because that comes later. Weirdly though, Ally gets in Ezra's car. So this is the longest
Oh,
night.
that's first?
No,
Yes.
I don't think it is. I think
It
Doesn't
is,
make
'cause
sense.
I
We
take
must-
my notes.
We must watch them meet first.
Yeah, we
And
do.
then later he's like, we never slept together.
I take
Really?
my notes very like, I truly take them
Okay.
like
So did
by the
I.
thing.
Guys, we're gonna fight.
I have Ezra. Well, yeah, no, I have Ezra.
It
in the
is
car.
Ally gets in Ezra's car saying, did we have a date I forgot about? And he's like, you're not going anywhere. And then it cuts to, yeah, all these interrogations. Oh, okay. I guess, I understand what's happened, is we're like cutting
It cuts
scenes
between
right
the
now.
two,
And we
betwixt.
just spoke about the interrogations. Okay. So
Yeah.
yes, that's how we get it. And now we're at Hollis Pub.
Guys, we resolved the
Yeah.
fight. I think
We love
it's
each
meant to
other
be the
again.
Heart and the Huntsman
Between
because that's
that-
where they met. That's where the board shorts ale
Yes.
comes into it.
Yep.
And then Ally's looking at the book that Ezra's reading and then
She's
Googles
tender,
the
isn't he?
title.
Can I say that is so great and
Yeah.
iconic and
Important.
something I love that she doesn't. I hate characters that like just know everything about everything. I
Yes.
love that it's
Better.
like, yeah, true. It's like, I love that Ally does not know this book.
And admits to it also.
yeah, so she's just like, okay, let me Google that quickly so I can hit
gets
on
the
the
first line from the AI review.
Truly, and I kind of just love that.
And then he calls her a fabulous, and Ally and I sang fabulous.
Fabulous.
That is my simple request.
But I wasn't expecting her to admit, like, I know I just made it up. Like, wow, okay, like true colors shining through.
Yeah.
true colors, and that's why I hate you, Alison De Laurenti.
I was singing the Glee version, by the way. Of course.
Yes, and so now from here we cut back to them in the car.
Yes.
So I think
Yeah.
that's why this is so confusing, is because.
This is now Yellow Top Night.
And this is also why we need timestamps
Yeah.
during the yellow top night, even though obviously the yellow top is there to be like,
Hey, we're
That's
back
where
at
we
night.
are.
but it is, there are 3 layers of
Time.
time. in this
Especially when the
episode.
curls are going in and out of being curled.
Those curls, girl.
There's no
they're-
consistency.
They're curling, they're not.
So they
they're
very
straight.
deliberately had Ezra say, no, or one of them says, we never slept together.
This is that scene, yes, because he's like, I can't believe you told me you were 21. We didn't do anything. I think she goes,
Ew.
we didn't even do
He looks to
anything."
camera. We didn't do anything.
He looks to camera.
Fans can still love
Can
me.
I say
With his
something?
hand on a Bible.
Problematic. It's kind of boring that they've retconned it so that Ally didn't have sex with
Of
these
course,
men.
it's boring.
It's the same way of
It's really
them
boring.
retconning everything with Ezra.
And it
just
does not-
commit to him being a villain.
It is, and I'm like, so what? All these men like kissed. What? They get a wristy? Like they just kissed her, and then what? We've created all this drama.
and then he was like,
around
I'm
it?
going to write a book about
I think
her.
it's like just go dark.
Yeah.
Kissed it for a wristy, you know?
And then
Exactly.
don't let, well, I can't spoil
The fact that she didn't fuck Ian or Ezra, I'm just like, oh, okay. So what?
Wait,
you let
who
this like
who
little
did she have a
girl kind
pregnancy scare with?
That was Ian, wasn't it?
Wilton?
Wilton.
Yeah, I think it's
So
is it Will?
he fucked her.
So that's he's dead.
And
so
that's why he's dead.
Okay, right.
Which is, but
Learned his lesson.
it's just sort of like annoying in this episode. Like, to
Yeah.
have,
Not that
obviously
we
that's
want
good
her
for-
to have experienced that, but it's from a storytelling perspective.
gonna be
it
a-
feels cheap.
People have
does.
died. People
Yeah.
have died in this show.
Yeah.
Because of the actions of this girl.
And we're ready to hate him, and instead you're like, just kidding, we take all of it back.
And she hasn't even copped a root.
Except
wasn't
for
even
one
worth it.
dead pig. Rot. Rot, dead pig. Then,
And then
Because back
Ian
to back
says the
yes,
same.
Literally, you said this at the start of the year. Back to back. Now we're at Kissing Rock. Your outfit.
Yep.
And then Ian is like, "Well, we never
We
had
didn't do
sex."
anything, Ally.
right. And now maybe my line of the episode. Ally says, what does NAT stand for anyway?
Need a therapist. It's
Important.
one of my all-time favorite lines from the
That
show.
is,
Incredible.
and she is good at that.
She is
Yeah.
good at that.
She is good at
What
that.
is the Latin wording again?
Scoop-a-da-boop-a-bop-oh.
Isn't it like it's Latin something, right? Like we see all.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Latin for yes. Because also, I think she at some point, I think in this bit she calls it posse of pervs. Because I've written
That's
that
right.
too.
She does.
Then
That's
she
so
she
funny.
threatens him with, she said she made copies of all the videos. And she basically thinks he's A.
Then to disrupt the linear, the storytelling, we hear like Aria back in the present in this speakeasy or whatever. Hannah's grabbing cookies, which
As
is
she should.
as Andrew
Yes.
Cunanan. I think she's like, I hate that anytime Hannah is near food, they're like, "Oh my god, Hannah, why
Yeah,
do you need-"
fat
It's like,
joke.
you literally haven't eaten
Yeah, ever.
in so long.
Also, shout out from last episode, wonderful Scout Box made so many good what's the word, observations about the cookie culture.
Yeah, and the BMI of 12.
Exactly.
so good. And then here Ally says, I assume this is in the present day, Ally says that to Aria that Ezra is trying to find her and win her back to Aria. So I think that's worth noting.
I felt
Stay away
really
from
bad
him.
for Arya during this episode, having to hear all of this stuff about Ezra.
Lucy Hale did a good job.
Yeah. And I think
And she acts very
again, I won't spoil anything, but I'm angered like with how things turn out
Oh,
given
of
this
course.
episode.
Yep.
Also, I think it's maybe in this conversation, Ally finally like admits to deserving what she got. And I wrote, good.
Yes.
You do, bitch.
No, you don't.
And then we cut back to the Megan the night and we see Spencer in the barn and she's like, I've been waiting for you.
It's giving like Spencer in the barn with the hockey stick.
It is absolutely giving that.
Absolutely is that.
And then back to the present where with Peter Slastings and where is he? Is he home? Or
In
is
the
he?
interrogation,
With Melissa?
I've got interrogation. Mulbrook asked Peter Hastings why he hired a PI when Ally disappeared and was it about Spencer?
That's right. And
Then
then
I've got Barry Maple finds the girl's GPS there in Philly.
Barry Maple, only good man in Rosewood. Apart from Byron, of course, we shout out to Barry Bazza.
Are we assuming they parked in Philly and got a train to New York? Like, why was her car there?
Yeah, that must have been
What did I
they
miss
did.
last week?
Honestly, I don't think either of us. know.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about that on the way here, I think, of like, I cannot remember how the Unbridled,
Ended after
because
that.
I guess they go home and, anyway, it doesn't. But yes, we
don't
don't
know.
see this. They just rock up at the apartment.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
But we're still at the police station, and it's after he's left the interrogation room, Peter is there and sees Jessica, and he says to her, the police are asking questions about Spencer. Do we still have an understanding? Which I was like, whoa.
That was
and then
tea.
she says, I just found out my daughter is alive. Like, I don't have time for this, which is crazy. Woof.
And fair
Especially
play.
because she buried her.
Exactly.
She's like, I literally saw her die with my own hands. I thought
that I solidified her
that
demise.
is so dumb.
It's crazy. Then at the police station, Peter and Melissa are acting like Spencer killed the unknown girl. Oop. And then we're back in the flashback. We see Spencer with the shovel. And right when she's about to whack Alison with the shovel, her Dexies fall out of her pocket.
And
And it's
Ally's
meant
like,
to be like this embarrassing moment.
Ally's like, you're speeding. And then,
Alison freaks out. She's like, Spencer, you're speeding?
and then Spencer's like, please don't like tell anyone. I'm like, you're on Adderall. Who
Literally,
cares?
as a kid watching that, I was probably like, oh my God, she does drugs. Now I'm like, oh.
At
we all
my
have
school in
those.
year 12, it was kind of cool
Right.
to be like on Adderall.
What school did you go to? That sounds like my kind of school
It
vibe.
was,
We went to such different schools.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
yeah.
Tea.
Hey guys, we all went to different schools.
Also, I was like, being on Dexys doesn't really make you try to kill someone. Like, why was she violent?
Once again, I am the case study. Being on Dexys only makes the quality of my life better. I wouldn't be able to do this podcast without this drug.
Also, how did she get the medication without her parents knowing?
True, right?
I guess she's good at forging stuff.
This medication thing is really, anyway,
They're telling a tall
lot
tale.
there's a lot to like pick apart about it.
It's
honestly.
silly, but you know what isn't silly? Byron!
I can't
Our king.
wait for the night to begin.
We'll see Byron.
King,
So bad that he's a part of this. It's not good.
So many
Love
older
him.
men.
There's so many older men.
And he's a repeat offender of hanging out with underage women.
That
While
woman
young
wasn't
women.
under.
This is different.
King Byron Fish
He's literally never
Lips,
done a thing wrong.
Nutty
never.
Buddy Professor Montgomery is here. We love him. And he says that he says to Alison, I don't think you're that horrible of a person to like blackmail him. And I'm like,
Girl.
open your eyes, King.
Yeah,
Girl.
look around.
She's the worst. And then I've written here the inconsistent.
Try again.
Then I've
Go
written
on and
here
say it.
the inconsistency of her curls is so funny.
Yep.
Which is so funny.
Then she goes back to the barn and she's waiting for a text. I think she's saying this. She's like, I was waiting for a text. I thought I've won. Then she goes home. This is where I'm like desperate for a time stamp.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, what time
It's
is it?
still dark too.
It's still dark. Then she goes home, sees her mum looking at her in the window, and it's like
She goes,
and Jessica De Laurentiis looks annoyed, and then she like gasps,
Sees something.
because something is behind Ally,
And then
Mrs. D sees Ally get bonked.
bonked in the head with a rock, which back in the present day is a relief because Spencer finds out that she didn't hit her, someone else bonked
and
her over
I
the head with a
love
rock.
that Ally made Spencer sit through probably hours IRL of this story to be like,
Yeah.
oh, you didn't kill me.
Rather
That
than
is-
just starting it by going
Yeah.
like, hey,
All good, don't worry,
you didn't
we're
kill
fine.
me, now I'll tell you.
That's why Ally is that bitch.
She is.
She is that
And I am.
bitch.
And Spencer cries in relief and we say, go on, girl.
Also, there was a
we say,
Grunwald
"Go on,
mention.
girl."
We say, go on, girl.
She mentions Grunwald, and I said, Grunwald shout out. She
Grunny!
says she pulled me out of the dirt.
And then there is we don't see that. That is not retconned at all.
We
It is-
see
it's
the
just
scene of when
mentioned.
she
She's like, yeah, Grunwald got me out of the
Yeah.
thingy. Then she took me to hospital. I
then
escaped the
And
hospital.
we're like,
Let's go,
okay,
bitch.
sure.
And then just quickly, and then, oh my God, this is crazy. There was a line that's, I can't believe your mum buried you alive.
Yes.
And to that I say, this show is
Welcome to
fantastic.
PLL.
Mrs. D immediately starts burying Ally.
Not
Mrs.
even
Death.
a second.
Check. Take it. It's because she's protecting
Yeah.
someone. But
But Ally is like blinking and trying to speak when the dirt covers her face.
and she's
like,
going, shh, shut the fuck up. shut the fuck
Mrs. D's like, no, I know you're alive.
Yeah,
Shut the fuck
quick.
up. I'm
Quick,
over
Byron,
you.
help.
One less mouth to feed. I don't know who says
One
this.
less mouth to feed. Cost of living's tough.
Cost of living. But someone says, your mum saw who did it. Why didn't she tell the police? And then that's when we cut to
It's
Ally
the
being
person she's still protecting.
buried alive. Yep. And then Jessica kept saying, while she's burying Ally, she keeps saying, what have you done? To the someone who we don't know who it is off Cammy.
What did you do? What did you
What
do?
have you done?
And so now Ally's walking like a corpse down the road. It feels very Twin Peaks.
Post-hospital, she's covered in dirt.
And she's truly, sorry, this is just for the camera.
Once again, you got to go stand where the microphone is to be seen, Hayley.
She's truly walking so slow. Can I get like one of you to narrate it? But it really is like.
So she's walking in like a slow kind of like
Less swagger though.
hip forward, very
Way too
swaggy
cool.
manner.
I'll do it. I'm in the top.
Ooh, it's kind
Oh
of
my
like
God,
shoulders
yes.
first. Okay, once again, stay where the microphone is in your frame. Otherwise, you will not be. Line it up with the
It's-
microphone in front of
yes.
you, or you will not be in frame.
It is so slow, which it has been a long night.
Yeah, and she's in little booty heels.
Yeah. I hope you all enjoyed my direction there.
That was so good. Thank you so much because I do move away from the microphone every time.
Then this is where we found that as she was walking away from the hospital, Mona is the person that picked her up. and
Loser
found her.
Mona.
Loser
Let me
Mona.
specify.
And she picks her up. She says, in me mum's car. She gets in her car. And we see Mona and Alison at the Lost Woods Resort under the name Vivian Darkbloom. And this is where Mona convinces her to fake her death and run. And
Which
I
was
say,
so
go.
smart.
Mona
smart.
She gets
is
rid of her
the
bully
smartest person
and gets
on
to
earth.
take over as the hot it girl.
It's
Perfect.
incredible.
Amazing.
But also like, so Ally is like, if you do a little bit of this and never leave the house without your face on. And I was like, one, Mona in her loser Mona outfit. I'm like, if Mona went to a club in Brunswick, which is a cool suburb in Melbourne where we live, it is Namco.
It is Namco.
I said to Ashley, you better dress like that for the podcast. I'm committing to this. And she said no.
If Mona looks like how like Billie Eilish, Dua Lipa dress now. Like it truly.
Bella Hadid.
Yeah, Bella Hadid, that's actually the perfect
And I was waiting
reference.
for Alison to say like, lose the glasses, get contacts. So I was like ready to be offended. But
Yeah.
I don't think she mentioned them.
No, which is good. And then she's like, never, like always put your face on.
Yeah.
And I know Janelle Parrish is wearing makeup, obviously, but I'm like, Mona is serving so much fucking face.
And she doesn't even need to try.
She's so gorgeous.
She's literally a Bratz doll, honey.
She lich.
Nothing. Sorry,
That's
Charlie
Jade.
XCX. She is more Brat. She is Brat.
She is Bratz. Is it, she's Jade, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, she is.
It's cool as well because while Ally sleeps at the Lost Woods, then they kind of like pan to like next door.
the
and
lair.
Before they do
Hey,
that,
lair.
Mona gives her a little kiss on the head, which I said is crazy and funny.
I ship it.
What is she doing?
I want that
Psycho?
storyline
I'd
where she
ship
was in
that.
love with her.
They should explore that in The Perfectionists, which we're watching.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, so then
Maybe they will.
We do
Keep
Also,
watching.
Go
this
through the
scene
wall.
made The Perfectionists make a bit more sense to me of like, because our take on The Perfectionists, we're doing it on Patreon. And our take is
You're
like,
like, they're too random to
why-
be.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like,
Well,
just make it Mona.
Just make it Mona
Yeah,
is our main
but-
take.
This is like a fun origin.
Yeah. And then, as Hayley said, we cut through the wall into the next room, which is Mona's
A's lair.
lair, where she has all the crazy things on the walls. And
Can
she
I
has
also
the
ask a
dolls.
question? I think I said this to you, Ash, when we watched it.
Yeah.
Do you think it's believable for someone like Mona to be so brilliant, mastermind, genius level IQ, and yet not know socially how to like dress well and fit into the vibe that she wants to portray?
Well, I think yes, because that's not the goal. The goal isn't like I just want to be popular. The
Well,
goal,
it
the goal
is.
is get rid of Alison and get revenge on Alison.
Yeah.
So it's much more strategic than that.
but she does want to be popular.
It is a
Yeah,
really
but
good
Remember when
question.
she's chasing Alison and Arya and she's like, hey guys, wait up.
Yeah,
Like she
yeah.
clearly wants to be included and
Yes.
feel cool and feel in with the gang.
But I don't think Alison would have ever let her. Alison would have just
She
kept bullying
wouldn't,
her.
but for the reason that Mona doesn't fit in. She doesn't dress cool. Like, I mean, I know
Yeah.
it's for the storyline, but I'm like,
I think if she did go that route instead, it would have just become a Gretchen Wieners thing where she's horrible to her anyway.
Alison would have felt threatened then.
I think she
exactly.
always had the brains and the know-how in her. And then Ally bullied her so badly that then she used her smarts. And then once she really used her smarts, she was like, oh, and I can be hot too.
yeah, and I'm gonna.
And that's my motivation.
Yeah.
I reckon
that
it's
is
just
a very
that
good
she was
question.
all of her effort was put into destroy
Yes.
Yeah.
Alison, and then she's like, well, now I'm free. I can
now
slay.
there's a slot open to be
She got
the it girl.
everything she wanted.
a slot to slay.
She is such a smart diva.
Yeah.
And she's in her lair brushing the hair of her Alison doll.
Crazy little girl.
Humming like a psycho. We love it.
Oh, she's so good.
And then we come to like the next morning. Alison is in her Vivian Dark Bloom wig and she tells Mona to go to a specific salon and there's a specific lady that will take care of her.
Every time she's in that wig, I go, wig, okay.
And
wig.
then
I understood that. It's
And
not
then-
me, it's just
Okay.
for us.
we see the Alison bracelet that's been an important part of it
yes.
left behind for Mona. Then we cut back to the present day and Melissa says, Dad,
Wait, I don't think I even clocked that.
Yes.
That was her giving Mona her bracelet. So that's how
Leaving it behind.
That's how A had it in the.
Yes.
Holy shit!
Yep.
Thank you, Marlene King, for that little nod.
She's good.
Yeah.
Oh, she's good.
Love that.
Then Spencer says Melissa says at the cop shop, Dad, Spencer didn't kill that girl. And I said, oop. And then we cut to For Whom's the Bell Dong.
Yeah, so we have, okay, I thought this was going to be a supercut of Ally being a guardian angel.
Supercut of us.
Is it a supercut of us? It's kind
Supercut
of
of
not
Hole?
because I think Ally's like, I've been there, like I couldn't keep away. I wanted to
Yes.
protect you. So they
She's like, I
show
was at
her.
the barn.
Yeah.
They
We see
show
all
her
the
at the
moments.
Ding Dong Bell, Ian in the clock tower, For Whom's the Bell Dong.
Alison
Season 1
reveal.
finale.
And then I'm like, oh yeah, and they'll show her at the lodge. They don't.
Yeah,
she
no.
just references the lodge. So I think originally I wrote my note of like Ally Guardian Angel supercut, delete.
Yeah.
It's not a
So-
supercut.
Montage doesn't exist.
But she is like, she goes to see Hannah because she felt shit that like,
And she
At the
confirms
hospital.
their
Yeah.
suspicions of like, yes, I was there. Sorry for
Yes.
gaslighting you all.
She also says she pushed
All good,
in
brother.
Yeah.
off the Ding Dong Bell Tower,
Yes.
but he
Yeah.
did not die.
yes. And then
She was also at the lodge, yes.
a shooter comes in
What?
and to
Insane.
this is, I think you are right about the gun question.
I can't think of,
don't
let's
know.
say like outside of cops.
Because it was kind of spooky. They were like, they had to
Yeah.
fucking run. It wasn't
Yeah.
it wasn't a flash mob in a park. We'll get there. But, and then they chase them to the roof.
I was going to say, yeah, the police also follow a car. So we're seeing two things happen at once.
We think that they're in the same space.
We think that the police are coming to find them.
Yep.
Yes.
When the police go to somewhere that's not
And
at
then
all
there's
the location,
the,
right?
I was going to say Eiffel Tower, Chrysler building
Chrysler
reveal.
The Kreifel Tower. And then, yes, a shooter appears and it's terrifying on the roof of this
So
nondescript
scary.
building.
There is an incredible bit where my favorite thing is when the show, I say something, I feel like you guys have this too. I say something like, no, or like, yes. And then the show says
The
it for
girls
me.
do it, yeah.
So yeah, they get to the rooftop and they're like, oh, could we jump over? And Emily literally goes, do you think we could make it? And I went, no. Everyone goes, no.
Incredible stuff.
It's just great.
Yeah.
And then someone comes through the door before all that happens. We just see the
hear
shooter
footsteps
appear.
and we're like, oh my God,
and
someone's coming.
Someone's coming. And it is Ezra in a cap. And I said, okay, modern day director. Why is he? We've never seen this man in a hat.
Now I'm going to
Not in a
mention
cap.
Charlie's
I think we
Angels.
have in his lair. I think he was wearing
We
a
have
cap
seen
that
him in
time.
cap. We've seen him
I
on
can
Hat
picture
Watch.
it.
We've seen him Hat Watch.
Hat watch, okay.
I will reference Charlie's Angels Full Throttle in the next episode as well.
important.
But this was especially Charlie's Angels Full Throttle where, because like, yeah, you're
On
like
the
the shooters.
Griffith Observatory.
Yes. When they're on top of the
Chinese-
they're meant to be Chinese
Yep.
theater, but then they've like, you think you're in one place and then there's a different, and all the
yes.
mobs are coming in.
And they're all at different rooftops.
I love Charlie's Angels.
Yahtzee!
This is very that because they're on a rooftop and then you think the shooter's going to come in, but it's Ezra.
Yep.
Yes.
And then the shooter comes in.
behind him. And then he turns and says, I know who you are. And the police are on their way. Bitch, just say the person's
We got
name.
so annoyed. Say, hey, blank is A.
Or I know that you are blank. Or
like,
just say
hey, name.
name.
Hey.
If it was Hayley, just go,
Face the girls.
Hayley.
Blank
you're
is
Hayley.
A.
Like, just say it, you dumb cunt. And then
Deserves to be shot for that behavior.
I think Hannah
and
somehow gets the gun, like, because he fumbles
We both reach for the gun.
the gun.
I think that's post shoot.
it's post.
Or Ezra tackles A.
Oh,
That's right.
true.
Yes, Ezra jumps on it and they tackle. There's a scuffle. We hear a gunshot.
Yep.
We assume that it hits in the sky or whatever. So the gun has blown its load. You could say.
And then we think
And Ezra shits his pants.
Hannah picks up the gun.
It's so Slay Girl
Get shot,
Boss.
dude.
She says, get up.
Talk shit.
And then it's so powerful because you're like, yes, Hannah. And then A gets away. A does
Like,
parkour.
why didn't she just shoot A in the leg?
I know. Or why
Bitch.
didn't
It'd be
she?
fine, right?
Why didn't she aim the gun at A and then someone else run up and rip off the mask?
Oh my God.
I feel like legally she could have totally gotten off the hook for shooting A in the
Yes.
leg. Like self-defense.
I agree.
Yes. As they're jumping away, I'm like, as they're hanging there from the ledge, shoot their leg. Shoot their leg.
Also,
their hand.
shoot near.
No, 'cause
To
if you-
scare
if
them?
you shoot,
Yeah.
Then they'll still
yeah.
run away.
It's true.
I guess the
I
fear is
think
if
a
you
foot
shoot
shot
them,
is a warning shot and I say, reveal yourself or I shoot you in the face.
But I guess the
true.
worry is if they shoot the leg, then they fall and they fall to their death.
No, I'm shooting before they get to the
Yes,
ledge.
I agree,
Oh,
I
they're on the
agree.
roof with me still.
Woof. And then.
Oh my God. And then
And also the way before they jump, they just calmly walk away.
and then Ezra, then they cut to Ezra. And we don't know anything
He's
yet.
looking out of the beautiful New York
And
skyline.
Ezra goes, wow, he's just disassociating. He's like, wow, it's so,
so
beautiful. And you're like,
beautiful.
what the fuck?
You're like,
And
this is why we
and then
find
we see
out-
his tum-tum.
This is when we see that
and we cheered.
get shot.
And we're like, I can't wait for the weekend to die. And then Lucy Hale has to act her booty off
Yeah.
again. And she does.
With a PDF file.
And then she goes,
And also
And then you hear-
Alison is like, Ezra. It's like, really, you care?
And girl, for some reason I did write in all caps, Ezra Fitz's over party.
Yes.
Remember like
Yes. Taylor Swift is over party.
Remember them? And
Yep.
I just wish they'd get away from him because his pants are full
I wish
of
he had
feces.
tried to jump and chase A across and like fell between the buildings, just plummeted to his death.
his pants smelling
His
like
pants.
shit.
Yeah,
A
airing
smear
it
on the
out
back.
as he
And everyone's
goes.
like, oh, it stinks.
One more
Fucking
time, get shot, do shit. Then the A person who's on the other balcony just kind of calmly walks away and goes in through the other building.
Like cleared the
disappears.
jump at Simone Biles level, like it
Right.
was so effortless.
And then they're all looking around for someone to have help, but Noel has their phones at the start.
my question is, why the fuck does Noel have their phones?
We forgot to mention at the very start of the episode when Noel's there, he's like, "Phones, please,"
Does he say that?
or something like that. For some reason, he takes their phones. I guess it's so that Alison
It
can
is
be
established
super safe.
somewhere. Because I did not know that they didn't have their phones. But
And
also, look,
it's obviously just a plot device, so they can't
Yeah.
have their phones.
Yes.
But like,
So
what
that-
reason did they give?
I assume it was like so you can't be tracked,
Yeah.
or like tell anyone where like. I don't
also
know.
It's called turn your phone off.
It's called turn off your damn phone.
Turn your damn phones.
Wait, can you be tracked if your phone's turned off?
Surely not.
I don't know.
I would think no.
Surely not.
Then the final scene is we cut to, which is Gagu of the century.
Yeah.
We cut to a Black Hood dragging a dead Jessica De Laurentiis into a shallow grave and burying her. That woman was alive two scenes ago.
Calm as a
Hectic.
bitch.
Should have
Known better. If you bury someone in a grave, you're going to get buried in a grave.
I mean, that's
Sorry about it. Yeah. And I've always said that.
all the way back around. Somebody that's a different kind of tone. That's
Alison singing
positive.
that, yeah.
That's
I'm
a
trying to
positive
think
tone.
now, who is that burying her? I don't remember. I don't know.
the
These are
Joker
always-
is me. Imagine.
The Joker is me.
Dun, dun, dun.
I left this episode feeling so deflated and disappointed that Ezra Fitz didn't die.
I know. We all
But I remember when this episode aired, the promos, we were promised answers and they delivered. And
Yes.
as a fan that had been sitting through 4 years at that point, this was a really exciting time.
Yes.
And we must thank them for that. We thank
Yeah.
you,
We
Amal
thank
and
them for
King.
that.
Oh, God, what an episode. All
Oh
right.
my God, wait, I didn't say my most important thing at the start.
Go.
Oh my God.
The first time we see the girls in this apartment, they are all styled the exact same and it pissed me off. I said, did Mandy Lane, is that her name, have a week off? Because all 4 liars are in leather jackets
Yes.
with a middle part and a loose wave.
Yes.
They would never all be styled the same.
Is it a
And
cheerleader effect thing, maybe? To
to make
them
Alison look better?
I don't know. I'm like,
Alison
why are
was
they all-
also styled similar. And I'm like, where's the ugly outfit on Arya? Where's
Right.
the pop of color on Hannah?
I wonder if it's a cohesion thing to make them all seem more like a group of like, we all
True.
have something in
But
common.
I think we can do better.
You know what I have to say?
different.
Okay.
Also, I said Ally's eye makeup slayed.
My misophonia.
Miss Scusi.
Miss Goosey.
Incredible episode. Let's get to the Seggy segment,
Yeah.
Seg roll
Let's
/
do it.
triv. Is there any triv, Hayley?
There is a lot of trivia, but it's pretty boring. It is like the table read was on October 21, 2013. Filming begun on October 22, which is always my favorite trivia. Is like
How long?
they read it like they did a table read, then they filmed the next day. Yeah, it's all pretty like
Standard.
it's not that trivia, I would say.
All right.
This episode aired after an 84-day hiatus. I actually found that crazy because I'm like, what do you mean?
It's not a mid-season break. It's a random.
They had a break between the penultimate and the season finale.
in a way where I'm like, that can't be
That
right.
never happens.
Americans who were watching like this live
Maybe there was a strike.
could have been.
Man,
20 could have been, honestly, but I just find that bananas to wait that long for a finale.
me too.
So that is the only interesting bit of trivia.
What the hell?
Seggies, segments, seg rolls. Head to our Instagram call.and.adults. Chuck us a follow, but also if you need context, we have these pinned, like a description of all these. But we'll explain them. Who is the hottest adult of this episode?
I
Mulbrook?
I think it's Mulbrook.
Always.
Because
sexy
I didn't
Hannah
have
Mulbrook.
Travis or Caleb.
Yeah.
So
Oh, Caleb, come back
Come
to
back.
us.
Literally.
Oh.
Maybe come back to us.
he does come back soon, I
He
think.
does.
I
Well,
hope
Ravenswood will be cancelled
Yeah.
by the,
Thank
Not
God.
for long.
the universe will work.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh, Mulbrook, sexy can I? Yes.
Yes, you can.
Literally, Julie Corky had it right.
Absolutely.
She was so right. Yikes of the episode. What was the yikes of the episode? Not Ezra getting shot. That was great.
I think it was them, Ezra not saying the name of the
Yes.
person.
Yeah,
That was
right
yikes.
away.
It's
That was yikes.
the most annoing
Aroni.
trope ever.
Not taking their phones is yikes. I think
The buried alive shot's very yikes for me.
Yikes.
Just because that's scary. Or buried. The burying shot's spookorama.
Spook-a-ram.
I liked seeing Alison's buried alive because it like uncovered a part of that story we didn't know.
Yes.
And she was fine. Whereas
Yeah.
can't say the same for her mum.
What goes around? Who gets a buttercream from us? Daddy Hasty.
Mona in the flashback.
Mona
Yeah.
McLean.
Yeah.
I would like to give Hannah a buttercream for at least picking up the gun. She doesn't shoot
And
it, but
threatening.
She's at
That
least
was
in
good.
a mean tone.
right. I would love to give Byron a buttercream for being there.
I'm going to give a buttercream for parkour.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
It was impressive.
Yeah,
That was
absolutely.
crazy.
I'm going to give
Or Blackwood.
a buttercream for shooting Ezra.
Oh
my
you're
God,
right.
of course. Oh my God.
Deserved.
Well deserved, yeah.
Like we'd all been waiting. We'd all been wanting to do it.
But you know what? So the outcome of that is so awful because it begins his redemption tour. They
Yeah, you're so
think
right.
but that is like so good. We love A.
We love you, A.
Actually, we love A.
Stan A. Also, I don't. Do we find out in this episode who that A was, or is it the next one?
The next one.
Okay, so when you know who that is, it's kind of weird that that person shot Ezra. It's like, what did they have
I
on
think
you?
because they were about to Ezra was about to reveal.
Sure.
So they
Yeah.
were like,
I'll just kill you, I guess.
get shot, do shit.
Get shot. Do
shit. And he did. Exploded his pants.
Also, that is Andrew Cunanan. For years we've been saying that he's farting all
Yeah,
the time.
he's every room.
It's the chickpeas. That's why.
It's the chick.
He's been having too much fibre.
Every time you go into his apartment, you're like, whew.
Stinky
It's a
boy.
bit musty. Taking back the power for Arya being like, Ezra kind of stinks sometimes is, I think, the best thing we've done on
Absolutely.
this podcast.
That's why she was crying on the chairlift because they were crop dusting.
And she was like, oh my God, I remember this smell.
Heat rises. She kept getting higher and higher and higher in the waft of his farts.
Who needs to wait for Crazy Bread from Noel Khan?
Noel Khan.
for taking the phones.
Yeah.
Wait for that Crazy Bread King. Alison for the way she told the story to Spencer.
Yes. Yes.
Wait for Crazy
I
Bread.
live for that, the slow reveal.
I think that Mona, even though I love her in the flashbacks, she can wait for Crazy Bread a little bit in the kiss on the forehead. I was like, all right.
No, I
okay,
love
it's a bit
that.
scary.
I really wish
Bit
they'd
scary.
leaned into like an unrequited love.
Yes, I do too, but also
Motive
any
there.
kiss on a forehead when someone's sleeping, I'm like, whoa, hey, all right. Unless it's your child.
Mona is Crazy Bread.
She is. I want to eat that Crazy
And we
Bread.
like that.
Absolutely.
What gave us a hardcover?
Mulbrook.
Mulbrook always. He's look.
And I'm going to
He's
say
good.
it.
Him being deceitful, I also loved.
Yes, me too. Also,
Like ACAB, but hot.
Hannah
being, like,
holding
good
a
at his
gun.
job.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yes.
powerful woman.
Slay Ashley
Sprang
Benson.
break forever.
Bang, bang.
Can we do a
Right.
Patreon episode on Spring Breakers?
Yes. I saw that in the cinema. I saw that in Cinema Nova, and I like
Andrew
wrote a
Cunanan.
review on it for like my arts journalism blog at the time. I loved it.
Andrew Cunanan, we both loved it. We've talked about this on podcast.
It's a
Guess
great film.
We do
Yeah.
have to watch.
Yeah.
Do you want to join us for that one?
Absolutely.
Day?
Okay,
great.
well, here we go.
We'll give us a soft cover.
Ezra
surviving.
everything. Ezra shitting himself.
Maybe we don't know that he survives at the end of this episode. I think that's
I don't
not
think we
revealed.
do.
Sorry. Spoiler alert.
Oop.
You know what? Deal with it.
We'll let you know now so that you won't be let down next week when you find out he's alive.
Yeah,
In a couple
exactly.
weeks.
We're doing you a favor.
Don't get your hopes up.
Who gets a wine from Byron?
Byron.
Byron.
Byron gets a wine. I want Mona to have a wine. I want
Truly, like everyone that interacted with Ally on that night can have a wine. I don't know
want
why.
Peter Hastings in the current
the
day to have a
editing
wine.
team
Yes.
gets a wine from me for cutting together
Yes.
the barn, the sleep over the night. So well done.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Line of the episode. Oh, we said
What does NAT stand for? Need a therapist.
Need a therapist. It is that. Bing bong bell sounds like that. Bing bong.
bang. Bing bong.
Zip zaps up.
Zip zaps up. 5 things. 5 things. 5 things. 5 things.
And that's the episode.
And that's the tea.
Wow. What a situation. What a time. What a place. What an experience.
And to have you, the good Ally,
Oh,
here
stop.
There's
to talk about the bad Ally.
bad Ally. We're honoured. Thank you for being here.
Thank you
We
for
love
having me,
you.
guys.
You're a scholar of the craft.
Thank
And
you.
it's just important to us to have you here every finale.
Thank you so
Have
much.
an expert.
It's an honor.
A sexpert, if you will. Sexy.
Unlike everyone else in this show apparently not having sex,
Oh,
which I'm apparently mad about.
It's been a while.
Teenagers not having sex with adults.
you just heard it here first. Haley's a pedologist. A pedologist? Okay. That is a joke.
We
Obviously,
do
she's not.
apologize for a lot of them. Not all of them,
Not all of them.
but Mulbrook, we're like, we love him.
He's old enough.
Beautiful man.
He's old.
Oh, you mean you love them for him? For them?
No, like
Old
Hannah
enough-
kisses
old
Hannah.
enough for
Well, that's
what?
Problem.
She kisses him.
True.
He was very like adult about it. He said, nope.
That's true.
Old enough for what? To party?
To show
Super
hole.
bad. Okay, old enough to show hole, Ezra. All right, everyone. We love you. Thank you for listening. Haley, love you. Ally, I love you.
Ash, love you.
guys.
I love you. Listeners love you.
And if you're out there right now, wherever you are, in some
Jumping
kind
from
of,
building to building, shitting, showing hole, whatever
you're doing, get inside.
Because A is looking
He's
for
on the
hole.
lurk.
If you have a hole, A is trying to see it. Okay?
Get up inside
And get up inside it. Don't get shot. Don't do shit. Okay? But one thing you should do is close your damn blinds. All right? It's pretty simple. We've said all the reasons
Close
you
them.
need to. Just
I
shut
can't
them.
believe you
close
guys
them.
are up to season 5 now. This is crazy.
I know. What a time to be alive.
If you're not subscribed to the Patreon yet, now's a great time to do it because you're about to start a new season.
Plug alert.
Please do it.
Please, we love you.
And we're covering The Perfectionist on there and it's very fun.
And it's been just over 1 year of our Patreon, and we're just so
Crazy.
grateful. So
No
thank you to
complaints.
everyone who's subscribed in any way to that, everyone who watches or listens to these episodes. We love you all.
We love you so much. Toberky.
Get shot to shit. Listeners, if you didn't know, we actually have a Patreon, which we call the Dollhouse. So come hang out in our Dollhouse.
We also have a YouTube channel, so if you want to watch this episode and other episodes, head to our YouTube channel and subscribe.
And you can find all updates at our Instagram or look in the episode show notes.
We love ya.
We love you.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Call an Adult. We appreciate you more than Alison appreciates immortality, my darlings. Please give the show some love by giving us a 5-star rating and review on your podcast platform of choice.
You can stay up to date on episodes by following our Instagram at call.an.adult, as well as our respective Instagrams at Ashley Crapapp and at Hayley Tanto. Have a lovely day, and don't forget, shut your damn blinds! See ya! Call an Adult is recorded on the stolen lands of the Boonwurrung and Woiwurrung people of the Kulin Nation. We pay our respects to the traditional custodians of the land. Sovereignty was never ceded.